the Imagination Station. You guys have packets there in front of you. We have the finalized design of the playground itself. You can see we kind of tied it into the existing walkway we've got up there. So our goal is to tie it in, and you can see on that sheet that this is going to be a massive, massive playground. We're looking at about 10,500 square feet. So it is going to be a huge playground, which is awesome. We got the turf, we got all that stuff. We met with the contractor, I think 2 weeks ago. Drew and I and Brian have been out there with him. And Drew has found a way for us to save some money too on materials, which is great. So thank you to Drew and his entire staff for helping us out with this. They're great. He likes the kudos. So kudos to him for finding some ways to save us money. So that's the design. We'll be posting this to Facebook, our social media channels. And if you have any questions about what exactly is going into what, or what's going where, I can always answer those questions for you outside of council. Just give me a call. I also want to share with you the current balance that we have in our bank account for the Imagination Station. It's a little hard to read, but you can kind of see there that we've got, currently we have 97,000 and some change in that account. We're still waiting to hear back from Alabama Power. They've donated $25,000, but we have not received a check from them yet. I'm staying on top of them to make sure we get it back. And of course, tonight, with your approval, when we get to council, Steve Robinson has allocated another $25,000 from his ARPA money to help us with the overage of the playground itself. So if you look at that invoice, this is our final invoice that we received from Hercules. And you can see the number that I've circled is the remaining balance that we have. This was, like I said, it was $344, and Drew found a way to save us about $21. But materials, we'll probably end up saving about $4,000 or $5,000 on the back end, which is great. So again, thanks to him. So Imagination Station's rocking and rolling. We're going to plan to have a groundbreaking on July 26th at 10 a.m. I'll send an email to everybody so you guys can all be in attendance. We'll do city council, the mayor, Steve, all our donors come out and celebrate a groundbreaking. Also, while we're on the subject of playgrounds, I want to share that back in March, I attended a meeting in Birmingham with Game Time, which is a Playcore. They're a playground designer builder in Northeast Alabama in Fort Payne. And they were offering a grant for new playgrounds. So I applied for said grant, wrote the grant up, everything like that, and we won. So we got a grant awarded to us. This is not for the Imagination Station though. We've been awarded a grant for 6th Street Park. Now this is not something we have to decide today, or even talk about today, but I did want to let you guys know this is a great opportunity for us to build a playground at 6th Street and have them pay for a pretty good portion of it. So I'd have the letter there from them congratulating us on that, and then we have our funding award certificate to say, hey, look, you guys have got the funding. Now with that, what we'll do is we'll meet with Struthers. There's a whole bunch of different companies in here, but Struthers is the one that I work with. Amanda and I will meet with him in a couple of weeks, take a look at the site. And then the best part about it is it's not like, hey, we want to do X, Y, Z, and they send us an invoice. We work with them to determine how much money we want to put into this project, and they'll match that up to whatever we decide. So not something we have to decide on today, but something I want you guys to be thinking about, because this is an excellent opportunity that we probably won't get again. Just want to make sure that's clear. And before I leave, I just wanted to address something. Bobby called me this morning to talk about the pullover at Cooper. And I just want to very quickly talk about the pull at Cooper. It has been tough sledding. It's an uphill battle over there, but I want to make sure the community knows that we are doing everything we possibly can to get that pool up and running. We've had really bad problems with algae blooms this year. We've got filters that are probably 20 years plus old. I have a chlorinator that's down. I've got a bad pump. So if something bad could happen, it's happened. Today I took 6 or 7 gallons of uric acid and just poured it in that pool to try to start from scratch and get rid of some of this algae bloom that we're having. And it's just been tough, but in order for us to get that pool up and running, we're going to have to make an investment in that infrastructure. That's just where we're at. We've put enough Band-Aids on it to the point where we don't have enough Band-Aids to put on it. So I just want to make sure that the public knows that we are doing everything we possibly can to get that pool up and running. It has just been tough for sure. So any questions for you, Thank you guys, appreciate it.
We appreciate that, awesome news. Number 2, Amanda's gonna talk to us about planning and development update. She actually emailed us one as well.
Good afternoon. So the first thing that's on the list is the comprehensive plan. You've got on there that July the 9th at 3 o'clock, the planning commission has a work session aside for the the consultants to come in to speak with the planning commission, the steering committee, the CBA, the HPC, and the council. So all of this is 100% informative, no action will be taking place. But there is a 4 o'clock meeting that is regularly scheduled after that. But if you all can attend that, because what they've done is they're bringing everything, the ideas, the questions, recommendations that they have talked with all of our stakeholders. Okay. Planning and Development Department. It's June, so I want to be able to start giving back information on revenue as well as number of permits and your total cost of construction on job evaluations throughout the year. So as of last Friday, we've sold 396 permits with contracts amount in total $53,973,048.52. This has produced $535,883.69 in revenue. This does not include your capital improvement fees or your TAP fees or your zoning board of adjustments $50 fees or your rezone fees and things like that, $1,000 to your planning commission. Those are just permit fees, your mechanical, building, plumbing, all your trades and things. Staffing, as you all know, Caroline has accepted the position with Habitat for Humanity. She's going to do an awesome job there. The position did close last Friday, and we were doing interviews during the time that it was open. And we interviewed 3 very awesome candidates, and we offered the position to one of them about between 4:30 and 5 on Friday, and they accepted. They look to start on June the 8th, and they will be here for the July 9th meeting with the Planning Commission and all the other boards, as well as you all at that meeting. Downtown buildings. We have received their performance bonds. If we've got it in PLL, I've given to Ms. Stephanie so that she can hold. And we are waiting on their check for their business licenses, and they're finishing out on one of their other jobs, and they'll be here. As you can see, they've taken over the site, and they've already been in a couple of times and doing some things internally and looking at some more stuff. Grants, as a whole, comprehensively, what we did is we asked all of our department heads to give an inventory of what they were doing grant-wise, with them working, with the departments working on it. But we've turned this over to our East Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission. And Mayor and I met with him probably a month ago now. And what we have learned through their new planner is that keeping an inventory of what our grants are, and are we eligible for other grants, and we may not be eligible for other grants based on what we've already applied for or received. And then from a planning standpoint, they're going to help us with any land development projects that we've got going on in the future. They're going to be helping us look for grants proactively versus reactively, so that maybe we can have those in a better timeline for us as a city. PLL, we're actively entering permits and data into PLL. Please understand at this time we're still doing the old way, which is your Excel spreadsheets, as well as the new way, so it takes us a little bit longer. So if you get complaints from citizens or contractors or things, yes, it is true. We're doing both. And our go live date, of course, has been extended. They're working through some upgrade technicalities as well as some other things that we're working through. But we, as staff internally, are utilizing those as much as possible. Anything else?
Any questions? Thank you, Amanda. We appreciate it. Any other business to come before the council at this time? I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
All in favor? Good job. We will reconvene at 5:30 for our regular meeting. Thank y'all.